Alright folks, having a little issue getting on YouTube, but we are going to stream here on Facebook and I'll eventually upload this one to YouTube. So we have our fourth game of the weekend. The Arizona Kachinas against the Hyland Hills Jaguars. Last night these two teams played. Hyland Hills getting the better of the Kachinas 5-2 in that one. A really good team, but the Kachinas are up for the task. It'll be Aspen Jones, Frankie Espedo, Claire Caro, Riley Peterson, and Lowell Jackson to start the game. We are on the coveted North Rink here in Gilbert. Better than the South Rink. I think you guys know my feelings about that rink. "15 minutes on the clock. Referee's having a quick caucus here. Not really sure what they're talking about. Each of the teams will also take a moment here to caucus. The one thing about this rink, we will have a lot of foot traffic in front of the video. But we don't mind it. At least we get a good vantage point. Well, it looks like we might have been waiting on a scorekeeper. How about that? We just walked into the box. So we will get going. All right, we're ready to go. Puck is down. We are underway. Face off one back into the Kachinas end. Oh, Jackson sending it over into the corner. Peterson battling for it. Jones rimming it around behind the net to Caro. Up the wall, but held in. Good body there by Claire Caro. Battle for behind the net. Gets loose into the pads of Brimley Pryor, and she's going to cover it. Got a quick whistle, 30 seconds in. Unfortunately, there's a problem with the YouTube channel that won't stream directly, so we're on Facebook.
How'd you get out of the box?
Jamie Jackson, absolute beauty. A stallion, actually. He offered to take it. Puck is down.
Let's go,
Dia Jansen coming away with it.
Let's go.
Jansen through the neutral zone, gets it up to Stuckey, and Stuckey sends it forward. Here come the Jags. 20. Big girl on that team. We're going to have us a little penalty. Tripping will be the call on Gia Jansen. Couldn't take one last game while Dad was in the box. Had to wait until he was over on the bleachers. And we will have us face-off down to our right. It'll be Leighton Howard with Cassidy Stuckey, Ava Sarcier, and Nancy Skelly. Puck one back to the point. Shot from a distance. Save made by Pryor. Rebound save made by Pryor. Puck is behind the net. Battle for it. Skelly coming around, and Sarcier will send it up and out of the zone. Hyland Hills will regroup. Going D to D. Back up the middle, but unable to control the puck. Knocked off by Sarcier. Back check by Howard. Into the corner. Down behind the net. Skelly battling for it. Down below the goal line.
Yes.
Rimmed around by Skelly. Into the ref's skates behind the net. That'll draw the ire of one Danielle Jansen up here near the broadcast booth tonight. Jaguars working it low to high, swinging a miss on the shot attempt down below the goal line. 32 seconds remaining on the power play for the Jaguars. I forgot to put my little clock up. Good eat there by Leighton Howard, right in the shin pads. Way you draw it up. This Jaguars squad has got some height to it. Good night. Number 9, number 20. Sarcier gathers the puck behind the net, rims it around. 10 more seconds left on the power play. Shot from a distance, kicked aside by Pryor into the corner.
Kick save and a beauty.
Kick save and a beauty. To the point. 9 rips it. Blocked by Pryor, loose at the top of the crease. And Pryor's going to get her mitt on it, and that will do it for the power play. Kachinas kill off the penalty to Gia Jansen, known terrorist out there on the ice. Shout out Tony Rampage Jansen to my immediate
Back
left.
on the broadcast.
Back on the broadcast. He'll be with us for the first and second intermission reports tonight. Face off, controlled by Espedo up to Caro. Caro down the left wing. Claire Caro with some speed. That puck's just going to outrun her. No icing though. That'll pour down in the far corner. Up to the point, held in by Jackson. Chips it down low. Jones to Caro. Oh, it gets batted to the point. Laurel Jackson shot from the blue line. Misses the net wide left. Gathered by Espedo. Centering attempt. Oh, right on the stick of Espedo. Unable to put it home. Oh, what a flurry. The girls were buzzing there. They were buzzing. The boys are buzzing. The girls are buzzing. Jones, Espedo, Caro, Jackson, and Peterson on the ice for the Kachinas. Puck is down. Controlled by the Jags. Headband pass will go the length of the ice. Not on net. That will be an icing. We'll bring it all the way back. Danielle's got her water with her. How about that? Shout out Danielle Jansen. Danielle, you get into my shot one more time, we're going to have a problem. Puck comes out to the blue line, and it is bobbled by Peterson. Back into the neutral zone, knocked off stick by Espedo. Gathered by the Jaguars in the neutral zone. Across the blue line. Oh, that's offsides. All day that's offsides. Shot misses the net wide left. Picked up by Jones. Trying to work it up the wall to Caro. Caro grabs it, pitches it forward, but not out of the zone. Shot from a distance gets deflected away. Bradley Peterson into the corner, rims it around. Gathered by the Jags again, shot. Save made with the left pad by Brindley Pryor. Up and out of the zone. Frankie Espedo down the right wing wall. She's going to gain the zone. Gets twirled around down there behind the net. Leighton Howard, 11 on 11 crime going on there. A little cross check to the shoulder. Nobody harmed on that one. Picked up in the high slot. Harper Barton down the left wing, looking. Centering attempt gets swatted away. To the point, Sarcier throws it in on net. Misses wide. Skelly pinching down, throwing it back towards the net. Behind the net for Howard to Barton. They're taken away by the Jags. Jags through the neutral zone. Into the O zone, losing an edge. No penalty. Knocked away by Howard. Picked up by Jansen. Jansen cross ice to Barton. Barton working it up. We got a lot of foot traffic in front of us. Again, as I said, that'll be happening all night. These kids. These kids. Jaguars out of their own end, into the neutral zone and into the Kachinas zone. Skelly spins and fires, but held in by the Jaguars at the blue line. Top of the circle, backhand pitch towards the net, but misses wide. Skelly pins the puck against the wall, grabbed by Jones. Aspen Jones spins and fires it back the other way, but it gets deflected back. Eventually the puck comes around to Espedo. Espedo, she's just going to loft that one back to center ice. And the Jaguars will regroup. Kachinas changing. D to D pass. Up the wall. Cheeky little play right there. Good back pressure there by the Kachinas. Frankie Espedo down the left wing. That one goes up to the high slot and out of the zone. Picked up by Caro. Caro battling for it. into the low slot. Leighton Howard's shot. Oh, it's deflected wide. Oh, little possible tripping scenario right there, but wasn't called. Cassie Sucky battling for it. Howard picking it up on the half wall. Tries to get a shot, but it pops up in the air off the deflection. Into the corner. Again. Bradley Peterson pinching all the way down to the hash marks. Battling for that puck. Grabbed by Claire Carroll on the face-off dot. And eventually the Jaguars are going to gain control, but it's sent back down. Rimmed around again and over, nope, not over the stick of Bradley Peterson. She throws it back down below the goal line. Shout out Heath Peterson if you're watching tonight. Utah next weekend. Gonna be a time. Rimmed around and out of the zone. So Jackson unable to get over there and hold it in. Bradley Peterson picks it up. Peterson ahead to Carroll. Carroll looking cross ice to Stuckey. Stuckey throws it on in. 20-9. Woo! Big girls. Tall girls. I'm guessing they're 14-year-olds. Puck battled into the corner. Arrow throwing a body. Love to see that. Aspen Jones shot towards the net. Covered and saved it and covered by the Jaguars goalie. Early. Kachinas out shooting the Jaguars 3-2. What?
I haven't seen Heath all weekend.
Puck battle for in the corner. It will be a Speedo giving a rough ride. Picked up by Jansen. Oh, whistle. Clear whistle, but shot after the whistle. Not a big deal. We don't mind that. Play to the whistle, right? They got to blow it twice. That's on them for not blowing it hard enough the first time. Penalty will be to Frankie Espedo. It'll be 2 minutes for Roughhausen. Face-off coming down to the Kachinas end. Minute 30 on the clock. Power play coming up for the Highland Hills Jaguars. Puck is down. Shot from the point. Hits a skate in front of the net. Pressure down in the corner by Jansen. Got the stick going in there. Knocked away by Howard. Howard trying to get it outside of the blue line, but can't. Centering attempt right down Main Street. Save made by Brinley Pryor. Battle for it. Kicked aside again by Pryor. Chase behind the net. Jaguars are looking low to high. Not sure what kind of a penalty kill formation this is. Could be a rhombus, perhaps. Shot. Kicked aside again by Pryor. Down into the corner, low to high. Shot from the blue line. This is the net wide right. Gia Jansen pursuing it. Puck is thrown back down below the goal line. Nancy Skelly spins and fires it back. Gia Jansen out into the neutral zone. Kachinas going for a change. And here comes the Jaguars with speed, but over skating the puck off sides. With 6:35 remaining in the first period. We'll have a neutral zone faceoff. Again, my penalty timer scorebug is off. There's 23 seconds left on the power play for the Jaguars. Puck gets into the zone, thrown towards the net.
Here we go.
Into the corner. Jackson up the wall, but taken away by the Jags. Over into the corner, Bradley Peterson working it up the wall. I think that there's one thing maybe our girls have learned this weekend is that working it up the wall past the D has not been successful. Carroll battling for it. Held in again by the Jags. Peterson into the corner. She will rim it around to Jackson. Jackson up the wall to Espedo. Frankie Espedo with speed. Down the right wing. She has Carroll driving to the net. Frankie Espedo looking. Loses the puck off the end of the stick. Espedo, high slot, looking, still looking. Shot from the dot. Hits the goalie's glove. Net got kicked off a little bit. Net's off. Ref's going to go just adjust that one on the fly. And here come the Jags. Through the neutral zone. Down into the corner. Espedo with a heavy back check. As the puck gets ahead into Claire Caro's feet. Knocked up the wall. Aspen Jones pursuing it off of Aspen's skates. Into the low corner. Sharp angle shot off the side of the cage. Centering attempt will come all the way up to Espedo. Espedo throwing one towards the net. Off the pad. Save made. And held by the Jags. 5:13 remaining in the first period. Five-on-five hockey. It will be Leighton Howard, Gia Jansen, Harper Barton, Ava Sarcier, Nancy Skelly. Puck is down. I have to start my timer there for a second. That'll come back to the length of the ice, but not for an icing. Skelly picks it up. Rampage, what do you think of the tape job there on Skelly's stick? A little bit of a zebra going there. Driven over to the sideboard. Howard on the back pressure. Knocks the puck back to Sarcier. Jansen throwing it towards the blue line. Tip the side. Skelly picking it up to Howard. Howard's going to just send that one back to center ice. Jags regrouping. Good stick there by Jansen to knock the puck off. Skelly chasing that one into the corner. Under the stick of Leighton Howard. She's going to throw it out of the zone. That's going to go down, but not for an icing. Nice placement. If this were bocce ball, that would be an admirable shot. Gathered by Espedo in the neutral zone. Frankie Espedo winding it up across the blue line, down the right wing wall. Taking it for a skate. Behind the net. Surveying. Shot! Shot! Eagle shot! What a strike! What a strike! Frankie Espedo! Thanks for coming out tonight, folks. Autographs after the game. What a rip! And the Kachinas taking their early 1-0 lead. What a play by Frankie Espedo. That was gross. Do I hear a Jaguars parent that is perhaps a little cross right now down there? Puck sent in offsides. 3:51 remaining in the first period. I believe, I could be mistaken, but I believe that is the first time the Kachinas have scored first this weekend. Puck is down. Jaguars controlling the faceoff, winding it up through center ice, right down the middle. Shot, save made and held by Pryor. Brinley Pryor has been nails for the Kachinas this weekend. Howard in the faceoff dot. Faceoff controlled by the Jags, thrown towards the slot. Howard working it up to the blue line, but not out. Down below the goal line. Rimmed around. Skelly picking it up. She'll reverse it. Over to Jansen. Gia Jansen surveying. Little toe pick or something. Shot grabbed out of the clouds by Brinley Pryor. Face-off again controlled by the Jags, but the cross-ice pass is intercepted by Frankie Espedo. Espedo across the blue line has Caro. Backhand sauce right on the tape. Into the 5-hole, but save made. Up to the blue line and out. Oh boy. What a play there by Espedo and Caro. Credit to the goalie where credit's due. That was a huge save. Oh, that's a heavy collision there. Lowell Jackson and Baca. Number 20, one of the aforementioned larger athletes on the Jaguars. Regroup. Jaguars will send this one ahead. Across the center red line and into the zone. Claire Carroll giving a bit of a rough ride. But she'll get back up. Riley Peterson out of her own end. Shovels it forward, and we are going to have an icing. 2:16 remaining in the first period. Again, looking forward to that first intermission report with Tony Rampage Jansen. Puck is down, clean win by the Jags. Shot from a distance. Oh! Somehow it got through Brittany Sire. It was a little bit of a scream. I think that might have gone 5-hole. It looked like it was going right towards the crest of the jersey. And with that, we are tied up at 1.
Let's go, Kachinas!
Puck down, controlled by Harper Barton. Getting it across the blue line. Pitch back into the zone by the Kachinas, and the Jags will grab it. Cross ice pass deflected by Stuckey. Up and ahead. Off of the stick of Skelly. Into the corner. Skelly will grab it. D to D behind the net. Sarcier up the wall. Going towards the front of the net. Pokered aside by Pryor. Skelly going across ice. Nobody home. There will be no icing here. He's picked up on the goal line, not an icing. And then once again, here come the Jags down Main Street. Shot from a distance, save made by Pryor and held. .120 remaining in the first period. This broadcast is sponsored by the Park Tavern in the Gilbert Ice Arena. Puck down below the goal line. Peterson rims it around, but not out. Gathered by Riley Peterson again, looking up the wall to Caro, and Riley will send that one the length of the ice. That's going to go on net, though. Will not be an icing. Picked up by the Jags. Under a minute remaining in the first period. Jones, hot in pursuit. Picks that one off into the low slot. Breaking Espedo shot. Save made. Rebound. Gathered by Jones. Jones, looking back to the slot. Blind pass. Nobody home. And here come the Jags again, throwing it forward after getting in the red line. Down into the Kachinas end. Rimmed around. Caro trying to chip it up to Espedo, but unsuccessful. But Peterson off the glass and out, just like they teach you. Jaguars gathering it. Bobbled. Back in the defensive zone. Might have been an opportunity late in the period, but the Jags are able to regroup. D to D. Jansen picks it up. Throwing it forward, looking for Espedo. There's going to be an offsides. With 1 second left in the period, we're going to have us a face-off. Can't be too serious about these things. Everybody should pull their goalies and put 6 attackers out there right now. This is a good time to maybe put some lumber across the face cage. That'll do her. For the end of the first period. Shots on goal in the first period, 9-9. We're 1-1 tie. Tony Jansen, thoughts on the first period?
Yeah, I thought the girls played hard. They got out to an early jump with a nice little Gino by number 14, Frankie Espedo. And they just got to keep grinding, forecheck, and get back, help your D out.
Get the boots moving, right? Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Tony Jansen, for that intermission report.
Better than ours. Yeah. How many more quarters are there?
We're going into the second of 3 quarters.
Second of 3 quarters?
Yeah. Let's get 15 minutes on the clock as we're supposed to. There we go.
Just jump down.
I'm not sure I fully appreciate some of the Jaguar parents tonight. They may have spent a little time themselves between games. It'll be Aspen Jones, Claire Caro, Frankie Estito, Nancy Skelly, and Ava Sarchier to start the second period. Puck is down. Controlled by the Jags. Off the skate of Skelly. And I think, whoa, heads up. Frankie Estito firing pucks at the crowd. D-zone faceoff coming up. If this was a major junior game or an NHL game, obviously we would be serving 2 minutes for a delay game there. Faceoff controlled by the Jags. Shot from the point gets kicked aside by Caro. Shot, rebound, shot. Couple saves made there by Pryor. Controlled by Jones. Cross ice pass just out of the reach of Espito. Jaguars back into their own end, regrouping. Good stick there by Espito. Nice little stick lift again to take the puck away, creating a turnover behind the net. Espito, hard rub into the wall. Knocked down by Sarcier at the point, thrown towards the front of the net. Caro looking. Claire Caro into the corner. A little bit of a rough ride there for Claire. She hops right back up, picks it up out of the corner. And here come the Jags. Through center ice, gaining the blue line. Seared into the corner there by Skelly. Oh, centering attempt. Nobody home, but what an opportunity by the Jags. Throwing one towards the net now. Kick is loose in front. Oh, and it gets shoveled in. Oh, boy. Top of the crease, blind shot, just squeaks through the 5-hole. Dang it. 2-1. Jaguars.
Come on, girls!
Oh, nice stand up there by Bradley Peterson. Throwing her weight around as the Jaguars come through the neutral zone. Stepped on by Jackson and Howard, but the Jags will control it. Gaining the blue line, driving wide, down into the corner. Shot off of the outside of the post. Not a shot on goal. Puck comes back to center ice. Thrown far side, nobody home. Should be an icing. And then we'll call an icing. We'll come all the way down here. .58 remaining in the second period. Puck is down. Face-off one clean by Jones to Espito. Espito down in the corner. Backhanding one towards the slot. Jones throws a backhand towards the front of the net. Gets down below the goal line. Picked up in the corner by the Jags. Caro pressuring the puck carrier. That'll get rimmed around, but not out. Good pinch there by Sarcier. Top of the circle. Oh, a Espito shot that gets deflected by a stick. En route to the net. Over into the corner. Jaguars will pick it up behind the net. Good rub again by Jones. She's been physical all weekend. Rimmed around into the slot area and pitched back to center ice. Gathered by Sarcier to Caro. Caro throwing it forward into the offensive zone. Jags trying to clear, and they will get it out to the neutral ice. In on net, power move, save made by Pryor on the backhand shot into the corner. Going towards the net. Sarcier picks it up and she'll send it down ice. That ain't going to get there though. No icing. Kachinas changing. Throw cross ice and out of the zone. Skelly throwing it back in though. Pressured by Howard. Reversing course up the wall. Stuckey with the back pressure. Jaguars controlling it out of their own end. Cross the blue line into center ice. Knocked away by Stuckey again. Stepped on by Jansen. Gia Jansen across the blue line. Throws one towards the net. Blocked and saved and covered. Jaguars taking the lead in the shots on goal category, 14-10. It'll be Howard, Stuckey, Jansen, Jackson, and Peterson. Puck down, face-off, again controlled by the Jaguars. Not a lot of clean face-off wins, just sort of no-man land wins. Sent the length of the ice, and we will have an ice. Coming all the way back down again. All right. Is this one? Oh, yeah. All right. Save made by Pryor. We're at 9:02 remaining in the period. There we go. Thank you, Tony. What a beaut.
So good to host.
Yeah. Well, eyeballs were floating there for a second. Jaguars through the neutral zone. Bumped ahead by Sarcier, and we've got a yard sale. Bodies everywhere. Howard throws it forward. Blue line D to D. Jaguars throw it back into the zone, gathered by Sarcier. Up the wall to center ice. And back in. Sarcier again, cross ice under the stick of Barton. Again, the Jaguars throwing it ahead. Howard will gather this one. D to Skelly. Skelly throwing it forward, tipped by the Jags. No icing. And here come the Jags through the neutral zone again. Number 20 with speed. Shot. Walkered away by Pryor. Picked up by Espedo. Espedo wheeling across the blue line. Driving down towards the corner. Behind the net. Surveying. And it's taken away. Thrown forward. It's a foot raise. Good back pressure there by Laurel Jackson. Make sure that play didn't go any further. Picked up by Jones. Working it up the wall, but not out. Shot from the point. Misses the net wide left. Gathered by Jackson behind the net. Jackson up the wall. Espedo chipping it forward to the neutral zone. Back in offsides. That should be all the way down. Should be all the way down. Oh, we're going to have a garden variety offsides, huh? It was shot from all the way back here, eh? Yeah. I have it on good account. This is one of Tony's favorite songs right here. Face-off is sent into the Kachinas end. Howard picking it up. Up the right wing wall, ahead to Jansen and out of the zone. Gio Jansen. Back to Howard. Howard batting it forward. Jansen throws it in. Down low, below the goal line. Reverse up the wall. Riley Peterson looking like a car bomb out there, hitting everything in sight. Gaining the blue line. The Jags. Shot misses the net wide. Centering attempt. Walkered up in the air and glove by Jimmy Pryor. .6:37 remaining in the second period. Jags have dominated this period. Shots on goal now 19-10. Face off won by Howard back to Sarcier. Rims it behind. Jags take over possession though. Looking, centering attempt right in front. Save made by Pryor. Kicked aside again. Jaguars with the puck down in the face-off dot. Low shot into the breadbasket of Brinley Pryor. She'll hold it. Can't believe I'm able to actually film a game without 19 pieces of apparatus and a headset. Like, oh boy.
How long have you had
From the
that
storm. Oh, a month and a half. I bought it before we went to Anaheim.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Face off. Controlled by Jones. I thought I hit start on the timer, but apparently not. Espedo chipping it forward to herself. Up the right wing. Frankie Espedo. Looking shot from a distance off the right leg pad. Kicked over into the corner, but behind the net. Espedo grabs it. Low to high. Peterson shot from a distance. Hits a skate. Oh boy. Oh boy. And we've got ourselves a breakaway situation. Jags in all alone. Save made by Pryor. Rebound kicked away by Peterson. Battled for. Peterson doing a good job. There's cries for a hook, I'm understanding, from the Jaguar parents. Laurel Jackson reverses that one around behind the net. Picked up by Peterson. Up the slot. Bumped aside. Claire Caro chasing it. Jags gather it. D to D. Throwing it cross corner. That'll be icing. .5:16 remaining in the period. Kachinas needs to get some shots on goal here. Face off one clean by Stuckey. Shot misses the net wide. Jansen pursuing into the corner, centering attempt gets deflected away. And Jags are able to clear it back to center ice, gathered by Barton. Barton across the blue line. Battling for it on the half wall. Knocked down low by Stuckey. The Jags clear it back. Cross the blue line shot. Deflected away by Skelly. Into the corner. Nancy Skelly. Over to Jansen. Gia Jansen. Up the wall. And the Jags hold it in. Line shot from the top of the slot. Deflected away. Gathered by Stuckey. Stuckey behind her net. Up the wall. Barton trying to clear it. No, that was Sarcier trying to clear it. Jansen will retrieve it. Up the right wing. Exiting the zone. Through center ice. Gathered by Stuckey now. Stuckey gaining the blue line. Throwing it forward off of the skate and back out to center ice. Nancy Skelly throws a backhand pass across ice. Sarcier ahead to Stuckey. Batted back by the Jags. Good pressure there by Sarcier to knock it over to Skelly. Skelly ahead to Howard. Howard across the blue line. Throws one towards the net. That'll be saved and covered. 3:49 remaining in the second period. That's shot on goal though. Needed that one. Needed that one. Face off won by the Jags. Rimmed around behind the net. Weird bounce off of a seam in the boards, and that puck will come back to center ice. Leighton Howard's going to retrieve it. Howard up the right wing wall, throwing it ahead to Jones. Jones knocking it in. Jones shot from the point. Glove down. Cross body grab. Knock the puck behind the net, but the Jags will gather it. Up the top of the slot to Peterson. Bumps it back towards the net front. Carroll was there, but unable to get a clean shot off. Here come the Jags, cross ice. The Jags throwing it into the Kachinas end. Peterson pursuing it. Grabbed by Espedo. Frankie Espedo backhanding that one up the left wing boards, cross the blue line. Frankie Espedo with speed. Howard moved towards the net. Backhand shot, save made. Gathered by the Jags, and they are working it out of their own end. Through center ice. Jones spins and fires off of the skate right onto the stick of Harper Barton. Barton down the right wing, shot. Oh, misses the net. Right. Bump behind the net by Stuckey. Over to the half wall. Jackson shot from the point. Oh, past the glove of the goalie, but missed the net wide left. Gathered by Stuckey. Stuckey throws it net front. Nobody home. Puck comes back out to center ice. Sarcier over to Skelly. Up to Stuckey, but under her stick. And here come the Jags again. Crossing the blue line. Knocked away nicely there by Skelly. Cycled back into the zone. Sarcier cross ice for Barton. Harper Barton across the blue line. In the left wing, shot, glove down and held. Couple shots on goal there in the last minute for the Kachinas. We need more of that. Face-off is chipped forward by the Jags to center ice. Gathered by Skelly to Jansen. Jansen gets it out to the neutral zone. Into the zone, that's going to be offsides. 1:37 remaining. Aspen Jones to take the face-off for the Kachinas. One back clean. Sarcier ahead to Carroll. Carroll knocking it forward, but not into the zone. Jags send it the length of the ice. That's going to be a nice. We've been playing this. We've been playing the same song during stoppages for the last 6 whistles in a row. Aspen Jones, Leighton Howard, Claire Caro, Frankie Espedo, and Briley Peterson on the ice for the Kachinas. Face off, won by the Jags. Rimmed around. Held in by Espedo. Shot towards the front of the net. Was on the stick of Caro, but unable to do much with it after that. Puck comes back into the Kachinas end. Espedo ahead to Howard. Deflected ahead into the zone. The Jags will gather it. Cross ice pass, but not out. Aspen Jones gathering it. Jones will gain the blue line. Shot from distance, misses the net, wide left, deflected. Caro throws it down low. Ooh, again into the slot. Jones looking for Howard on the backhand. Espedo gets it at the blue line, throws it down into the corner. Leighton Howard in the corner. Puck deflected away, sent the length of the ice. That ain't going to make it for icing, though. Riley Peterson retreating off the wall, cycling it to Espedo. Over to Jones. Aspen Jones trying to shovel it ahead, and she will control it through center ice. Across the blue line, the Kachinas were way off sides, but no call. Frankie Espedo, high slot shot over the top of the net. Would have been a nice one right there, but the Kachinas being well off sides. Shot fired on net. Blocked away by the goalie and shot into the bench. That'll do it for the end of the second period. Boy, howdy. All right. Let's go to our second intermission report. Tony Jansen, what did you see that period?
Yeah, we got to start catching passes. We got to start breaking it out clean, entering the zone with speed, getting into the middle of the ice, shooting pucks low, looking for a rebound.
A lot of volume. We need shot volume. Absolutely. All right, you heard from the expert, folks. He played some junior A back in his day, right? You do a great job. Thank you. Sean, what do we need to do here in the third period to claw back and maybe come back and win this one?
As a soccer player, I think we need a midfielder.
We need a stronger midfielder.
We need somebody to put the ball in play, or puck as you call it in hockey.
And or fake injuries to draw yellow cards.
Just take the flop.
Right, take the flop, yeah. This is
the Mighty Ducks.
This is a game of integrity.
For sure.
Yep.
But we got to make it to Sunday.
We got to make it to Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. One period left to go. The Kachinas here in the semifinals trailing 2-1 heading into the third period. It is not an insurmountable task. I know. That's wild.
Yeah.
Whoa, Jackson playing a little center here. It will be Jackson, Barton, Jansen, Skelly, Sarcier to start the third period. All bets are off. We have defensemen playing center. Face-off won by the Jags through the neutral zone. Good stick there by Jansen. Knocked that one away. Jackson picks it up off the half wall. Ahead to Barton. Barton battling for it. Jackson will gain the blue line. Throwing it down low. Up to the point. Held by Skelly. Picked up by Jansen. Shot from a distance. Save made. What a rip by Gia right there. I want to see more of that. Shots on goal. Gathered by Barton. Cycled behind the net. The Jags chip it away, though. Rimmed around and out. All the way back to the Kachinas end. No icing. Skelly picks it up. Takes it for a spin behind the net, then reverses course. Nancy Skelly rimming it around. Just out of the reach of Jensen. Takes an awkward bounce off of the penalty box door, or the Zamboni door. Jackson trying to break the puck up. Ice, but it gets chipped away, and finally the Kachinas will clear it to center ice. Change is happening. Cross ice pass under the triangle, gathered by Espedo. Frankie Espedo. Oh, wouldn't want to be in her way right there. She had speed. Far side. Jags regroup behind their net. Howard pursuing. Oh, good back pressure there, knocking the stick off the puck. In front of the net, loose. Aspen Jones unable to get any mustard on it, and the Jags will clear it back to the Kachinas end. Espedo to Caro. Caro winding it up off the wall. Taken away by the Jags. Battle for on the half wall. Jags were off sides, but We'll let it go. We've been offsides before as well. Not a big deal. Puck sent back to the neutral zone. Gathered by the Jaguars. D to D, D to D again. And through center ice, gaining the blue line. I think that was Peterson that took a little bit of a spill there. Controlled by the Jags in the corner. Centering attempt. Comes all the way back to center ice. 12:45 remaining in the third period. Chip forward. We got a penalty coming. It'll be on. It'll be on. Who is it on? Frankie Espedo?
Yeah.
Frankie Espedo. 2 minutes for slashing. Minute and a half for slashing. That will send the Jaguars to the power play. Puck is down. Controlled by the Jags. Shot from distance. Kicked aside by Pryor into the corner. Skelly pressuring behind the net. Sarcier battling for it now. Jaguars coming away. Low to high pass up to the blue line. Shot going through the front of the net. Picked up the loose one and backhanded in. That will be a power play goal for the Hyland Hills Jaguars. And they take a 2-goal lead. Tough one there. We are not out of it yet. Aspen Jones taking the face-off. Controlled by Sarcier. Ahead to Caro. Claire Caro across the blue line. Shot top of the circle over the net. Good lumber on that shot, though. Howard gets it up to the point. Sarcier cycling it back down low to Jones. Jones battling behind the net. And Carroll taking a little bit of a spill there, but battling hard for it. Howard pulls it off the wall, sends it down to the net front to Carroll, down in the feet. Behind the net, rimmed around, and held by Skelly. Skelly turns and fires it back towards the net. Blocked down by Howard, shot by Jones. Loose at the top of the crease. Aspen Jones with a prime scoring opportunity. Somehow that doesn't go in. Goodness. What an opportunity. But the Kachinas just can't put it home. Wow. Great save by the Jaguars goalie. Jackson, Stuckey, Peterson, Barton, and Espedo on the ice for the Kachinas. Peterson grabbing the puck, grabbing the blue line, throwing it in, but it comes back out. Right back in and right back out. Stuckey putting it across the blue line. Cassie Stuckey firing one towards the net, but misses wide right. Gathered by the Jags, reversing behind their own net. Up the wall. Peterson pinching all the way down to the hash marks again. And that'll be sent back into the Kachinas' end. Frankie Espedo will go gather. Espedo behind her own net. Winding it up the left wing wall. Out of her own zone, through center ice. Frankie Espedo with speed. Inside, outside move. Partial breakaway shot. Kicked aside. Another big save by the Jaguars goalie. That's 2 in the last minute or so. And now here come the Jags on a 2-on-1. Peterson driving the puck into the corner. Starting a shot. Save made by Pryor. Working it up ice. Espedo's just going to throw that back to the neutral zone and go for a change. End-to-end action here at the Gilbert North Arena. Jaguars into the zone. Centering attempt, nobody there. As the Jaguars were changing, Skelly up the right wing wall, pitching it forward, looking for Caro. Caro pressuring the puck. Jaguars back into their own end. Getting the blue line well offsides again, but we'll let that one slide. We didn't see nothing. Work towards the slot. where Sarcier will throw it up to the blue line, but not out. Shot from distance. Oh! Popped up in the air and swatted aside with a stick by Pryor. Behind the net, wraparound attempt to the front. Skelly gathers it up to the blue line, but not out. Shot in. Wide right of the net. Battled for it. Off the side of the net, in front of the net. Oh! Skelly is able to clear it out of danger. And here comes Claire Carroll across the red line, across the blue line, chipping it down low into the corner. Carroll's going to go get that one. Nope, rimmed around. Up the wall and cleared to center ice. Espedo retreating, gathers behind the net. Frankie Espedo again. Let's see if she can do the same thing, but maybe this time put her home. Across the red line, gains the blue line, throws it in from a distance wide of the net. Gathered by the Jaguars and up the wall through the neutral zone. Swatted away nicely by Espedo, and that will be an offsides. Puck came out to the neutral zone. 8:39 remaining in the third period. Kachinas had their work cut out for them. Need 2 goals late. Otherwise, there will be no tomorrow. Puck is down. Face-off controlled by the Jags. Trying to get a backhand into the zone, but Gia Jansen arrived on scene and was able to create a turnover. Coral Jackson up the wall. Over to Stuckey. Stuckey throwing it in to the zone. Jansen, oh, that's going to be offsides. Cassie Stuckey with quite the cheering section down below and to our left here. Love to see it. Face off by Jackson goes back to Skelly. Skelly ahead to Jackson. Jackson trying to make something happen. Held to the blue line by Skelly. And the Jags are going to exit the zone. Good stick there by Sarcier to knock the puck off over to Jansen. Jansen throws it in. That's going to get on net, hit the goalie. No icing. Jags picking the puck up behind their own net. Headman passes behind. Back to Sarcier. Sarcier in her own end. Oh, DDD pass. Dangerous. Almost intercepted. Espedo trying to reverse it back around. We'll go gather the loose puck. Again, spins around from her belly. Slings it over into the corner. Stuckey picking it up the wall, but not out. Held at the blue line, shot from a distance. This is the net wide. Centering attempt into the slot. Jones picks it up. Aspen Jones up the left wing wall with some speed. Is able to get it in. Reversing it, throwing it back up to the blue line. Espedo gathers the puck in the neutral zone. D to D. Peterson gains the red line. Riley Peterson reverses courses. She'll send it back to Espedo. Espedo, head up, looking cross ice for Carroll. Gets deflected in the neutral zone. Claire Carroll, hard in pursuit. She's going to come away with that one. Into the corner, battling for it with Howard. But the Jags will come away. Rimmed around the net, or the glass, but not quite out of the zone. Jones spins and fires it back down below the goal line. The Jags are going to send that one the length of the ice. That'll be an icing. 6:14 remaining in the third period. Kachinas need to get desperate here. Being outshot 29-22. They've made up some of that deficit from the second period where they were kind of dominated a little bit. It'll be Jackson taking the draw. Wins the faceoff over to Barton. He throws one towards the net, and that'll be covered. Let's do it again. Jackson, Barton, Jansen, Sarcier, and Skelly. Espedo will step on for Barton now. Face off Controlled by the Jags. Oh, towards the front of the net. Deflected away. Sarcier back to the neutral zone. Retreating for the puck goes D over to Skelly. Skelly up the wall to Espedo. Espedo trying to fire it forward. Gathered by Jansen into the zone. Back to the center ice. Skelly stepping up on it. Chipping it cross ice. In behind the net. Laurel Jackson pursuing that one. Picking it up, working up the left wing wall underneath the ref. Does a fancy little move to avoid the puck. Shot blocked in front by Skelly. Picked up by Sarcier. And Sarcier will send it on net all the way down. Hits the goalie, no icing. Kachinas changing. Jaguars behind their own net. Looking up ice underneath the triangles of everybody. Knocked off by Peterson. Riley Peterson ensuring the Jaguars player was on the business end of that one. Espedo without her stick. Jones has it. Cross ice. Espedo picks up her stick now. And sent right back in by the Jags. Below the goal line. Peterson reversing it. Up to Espedo. Espedo is just going to send that one the length of the ice, but I don't know if it's going to make it. Took a nice little bounce off the boards. Nope, that'll be an icing. 4:37 remaining in the third period. Time to get desperate, Sean.
Here we go.
Time to get desperate. We need to score 2 goals. That's what we need to do.
I say pull the keeper.
I'd say the goalie.
Oh, wrong sport. Here we go.
Yeah. Off the face-off shot on net, held by Pryor. 4:34 remaining. Pull the keeper. What a term. What a term. Face-off is down again. Jaguars pitching it towards the net. Blocked in front. Peterson trying to rim it off the half wall. And that'll come out. Stuckey pursuing it. Jaguars regrouping again. D to D. Across the blue line. They will chip that one down low. Grabbed by Peterson behind the net. Battled for it. Bradley Peterson. Man, she's gotten physical lately. Up to the blue line and held by the Jags. No, it comes out. Mishandled. Pitch forward. That's going to be an offsides. With 4:02 remaining in the third period. Need a couple good shifts here. A couple good shifts. Stack them on top of each other.
4 minutes. Plenty of time, right?
4 minutes and 2 seconds for the rest of your life.
Or you're Uber eating tacos. You're bad.
It could be. Could be that also. Face-off is down. Battled for. Intercepted by Howard in the neutral zone. Howard spins and throws it to the far corner. Espedo grabs that one behind the net on her backhand. Looking. D activating down low. Oh, puck knocked off her stick. Frankie Espedo swat that one over to the half wall. At the center. Across the blue line into the zone. Reversing it. Espedo. Cross ice pass for Howard. Howard up the left wing. With some speed. Gains the blue line. Throws it down low. Girls look like their legs are starting to go a little bit here. A lot of hockey this weekend. Gathered by Howard at the blue line. Spins and fires it off the skates of Espedo into the high slot. Peterson shot from the slot. Misses the net. Wide left. Gathered by Espedo. Cycles it back for Jones. Behind the net. Pressured by Howard now. Popped over to Peterson. Peterson from the wall. Throws it towards the middle. Gathered by the Jaguars. Here come the Jags once again. Through center ice. Gaining the blue line. Good battle there by Nancy Skelly to send that one back to center ice. Jags will regroup. Just barely able to tag up on sides. Into the corner. Down behind the net. Good seal off there by Nancy Skelly. Puck comes over into the corner. Into the slot. Gathered by Carroll. Claire Carroll up the right wing wall. She will go inside outside. Across the blue line into the high slot. Oh, just unable to settle it down. And the Jags are able to clear it back to center ice. Laurel Jackson, the Kachinas looking desperate now. This is what we needed to see. Stepped on by Jansen, who throws it into the zone. Jags able to reverse it though. Back to center ice, getting the blue line. Down behind the net. Skelly pressuring. Centering attempt into the skates. That'll be gathered by Caro. Caro ahead for Skelly. Skelly trying to get a shot towards the net, but it's blocked. And the Jags will send this one back to the neutral zone. Espedo picking it up. Espedo at the center red line. Minute 30 left in the game. Jansen battling for it on the half wall. Parents for the Jaguars again incredulous over the contact. Shot from a distance, kicked aside. Minute 16 left in the game. Puck will come all the way down, but no icing. Gathered by Peterson with speed. Riley Peterson winding it up. Cross ice pass. Oh, just out of the reach of Howard. It looked like it was going to be intercepted. Oh, there goes Brindley Pryor to the bench. Kachina net is empty. Behind the net, Howard. Oh, centering attempt up to the top of the crease. Nobody there. Picked up by Caro. Caro out of her own end. Up the wall to Howard. Chipping it into the zone across the blue line. Center ice gathered by Espedo. Frankie Espedo gains the blue line. Gets it into the zone. Throws it down into the corner. And it's batted away by the Jaguars. They'll clear it back to center ice. Time to get desperate here. Peterson battling for it on the half wall. Throwing their bodies around. Gathered by Espedo again. Up to the blue line, but not out. Deflected. 20 seconds remaining. Sent out of the zone, back to the center ice. Jags are going to just send this one right back in. Knocked down by Howard, back to Peterson. 9 seconds remaining. Peterson, length of the ice. She's going to send it all the way down, and that's going to be an icing with 2.7 seconds remaining in the game. Dang it. The Kachinas are going to come up short in this one, but they played their hearts out.
They did. They did.
Great game.
You could see that.
The last 5 minutes is how they need to just play all the time. They play like they did those last few minutes. Puck is down. 1 second left. That is going to do it. The Hyland Hills Jaguars win this one 3-1. Final shot total for the Jaguars 30, for the Kachinas 23. That will do it for the Kachinas here in the Matt Shaw Invitational. Again, final score 3-1. We're going to have some sportsmanship here, though. And another reminder to always be a good sport. Be a good sport always. Whew. Handshakes happening. Couple of aggressive handshakes, if you will.
Play by play all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm. Play the final whistle. All right, folks. We will see you next weekend in Enoch, Utah. It is going to be